What's good, Unique Gang? It's your boy Unique Juke back with another video, man. Right now we got the Bronx burning. So the Bronx is burning. Like, they going through it right now. You feel me?
That's a
like it's going down.
That's
know?
a group?
Like, nah. Like,
what's happening
like
in the Bronx?
Yeah, it's like a title.
Oh,
like,
okay.
And they say RICO's for drillers. Like, the RICO's for the rappers, the drill rappers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's why the Bronx is kind of like getting messed up right now. Everybody going to jail because they got a lot of RICO's for the drill rappers out there. So that's basically what this is going to be about.
Got it.
Just the Bronx taking a downfall in the music type because everybody keep going to jail and stuff like that. But
why y'all just want
and it's going to talk about like the RICO's and, you know, just everything was going on with what they got going on.
Why y'all just won't make music and go back home? Everybody got to involve themselves in extra stuff. What's cap?
If you making music, you rapping by killing.
Oh, so you got to be out there in the streets killing.
Facts.
Okay.
Nah, you don't, but they gonna call it cap rap. They gonna call it cap rap. So, yeah, man. Let's get right into the video. Guess. 17 minutes. You already know, dude, man. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. Let's get it.
And I had no idea what drill rapping was, but I called my son. He sent me some videos, and it is.
Look, so his son is watching these people, and you feel me?
I ain't know what it was either.
Bro, if his son is watching these videos, that means his son really know, and he can easily search up, because it's all on YouTube, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And that's simple. That's how they get them.
Army.
At one time, the Bronx was a thriving community. That started to change.
We got more long than that. You got this pissing on my son, Goon Ward. Nigga, y'all niggas is fucking.
You did somebody who died. His name was Rara.
Yeah. Before he died, 2 days before he died, he said, I'm gonna kill you when I see you. Look how that worked.
These individuals want to get credit for the harm that they're doing.
The gangs are accused of operating out of public housing and often stalk their enemies in broad daylight.
Why y'all running out dirty? Why you running? Why y'all running?
We are allowing music, displaying of guns, violence. We're allowing it to stay.
Where they got a lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there, like, feel me, like, just a lot of people, like the what's it called, population. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
And they got a lot of, like, money. You know, New York is New York. All that. They don't want people running out of New York for the crimes. They scared. They leave in New York because these drill. They don't want that to happen. They need everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they can spend that money and. Yeah.
Remember what I told you? And you kept saying that, oh, what they saying, you get freedom of speech. But it's not even a freedom of speech. You can say what you want, but if something happens and it was said, then what they're going to do is they're going to, they're going to test your, oh, I thought I was about to go. They're going to test your character. Is he capable of doing this because of what he said in his raps, his lyrics, his what the neighborhood, people in the neighborhood know him as, how he's doing in school. Like, that's what a test of the characteristics is. So that's why you can't be saying this stuff and be like, I got freedom of speech. Yeah, but that's a part of how they say, well, let's test his character. And they go down the line of how he was in school, in the community, and now it's his rap lyrics. So, yeah, people can't sit up there and be like, oh, yeah, I killed them, but that was just a rap lyric. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
On these sites.
Alright, what is up, everybody? We gonna talk about New York drill. Probably one of the wildest scenes in rap, period. 7 years ago, there was a huge explosion with Brooklyn drill. And the feds started doing gang sweeps, taking everybody down one by one. It got so crazy. You got shootings happening in Times Square involving established rappers.
This week's gunfire in Times Square, police have made an arrest 20-year-old Kamina Elijah of Brooklyn.
Since 2017, the NYPD has used facial recognition technology, or FRT, in 22 2,000 cases. Because there's so many cameras in New York, the internet gets their hands on the footage of their favorite rappers involved in shootouts and moving traffic, stabbings, beatings near delis. I mean, some of the songs that were going viral, every other line was someone smoking on someone's dead ops. Crews would boast about those same crimes and put them in music videos like they were Easter eggs. You're the city's mayor, Eric Adams, coming out in a press conference wanting to ban drill music, even expanding and investing into different departments that tracks everybody's pages online.
Much of that work is done here at the NYPD's Real-Time Crime Center.
They're bragging about what they're doing. Social media has proven to be an invaluable tool.
A few years ago, the Bronx took over. Maybe one of the sickest boroughs in the city.
The society in the Bronx is horrible.
Rappers from the Bronx to stop using the music to encourage shootings.
I remember in the 90s, kids were throwing fridges off the roofs of the River Park Tower projects in the Bronx. And now the kids from RPT are getting indicted by the dozens on federal racketeering and gang conspiracy charges.
RPT! That's where they from right here.
How many flows they got? 150?
Yeah, y'all put in the comments, y'all know how many flows they got.
That's tall.
Yeah, look how they're getting indicted by the dozens on federal racketeering and gang conspiracy charges.
Please don't care about me, my heart. Like, my only been like 3 months. Like, niggas really forgot about me already. Like,
with the government trying to pin them for everything from murder all the way to animal cruelty. Talking about one of the most infamous drill voices in the scene, D-Thang, who was talking shit to a pigeon on an Instagram live stream with his boys, then shooting it dead for 100 viewers.
the your little mates right here. Dog, wait. We about to drill out. You gonna pick them up? I can't look.
See, everything in New York was getting done for clout, follow.
That's before they even thought any of this will happen. Like any of them going up like in the industry. Like that's like way before. So it'd be crazy. So like they just like really they just like having fun.
That's why it's a paper trail. You got to be careful what you're doing from whatever you're doing. Whenever you get out here in this world up until now, because people will use that to your or to their advantage and your disadvantage. So you got to always be careful with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gonna pick them up? I can't look.
See, everything in New York was getting done for clout, followers, and numbers. With shootings spiking from 200 all the way to 500 last year. It's all young kids, aged 13 and 15, maneuvering the back alleys and the looping hills in the Bronx, using scooters to carry out hits in broad day.
This gang conducted wolf pack-like searches throughout the investigation.
Now, we're getting into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Millie's. Let's go.
I'm trying to send someone to urgent before they make me a patient.
Millie's, I be seeing him going up now. Shout out Millie's.
On my mama, I was young, broad day, my shit blazed when that.
Shout out Millie's, but right now, Millie,
to the Bronx to understand.
Watch you right now.
Trying to ease my pain, I'm popping perks like penicillin.
Alright, we're going to the Bronx to understand this story. Get ready to see wild shit. I mean, you got gangs dressing as Squid Games for Halloween, and it's not to go trick-or-treating. For the last 2 summers, Bronx drill was everywhere. On TikTok, radio stations, you got 3 to 4 sets of different cousins, blood-related, all established rappers, beefing with each other because of block politics.
That's my cousin.
No! Both of them are your cousins. Everybody's like, wait, hold up. They cousins, they're going at it, but he's cousins.
Can't wait to see Auntie now. Come.
Because y'all all family, technically, could you ever see all of y'all reconciling?
Nah, I don't think so.
Y'all blood!
The music in the Bronx is super high energy, sometimes too high. Like these kids got ADD or something. Bronx has the biggest dropout rate in all of New York, and it's becoming a problem. You got kids going to school in rival territories with different campuses getting metal detectors in them to squash gang shootings.
Johnny! O-I-K word!
This, of course, is the rapper Shy K, with 100 million views on YouTube in 2 years of rapping, coming out of the Cortlandt projects in the South Bronx, aka home of extortion. In 2009, the Cortlandt homes was subject to a police sweeping called Operation Bad Apple, which took down 52 people for racketeering and gang conspiracy. The NYPD even went on to build a police building right across the street from the projects called PSA 7, even though a precinct and a Bronx borough court are literally a few blocks away. Cortland's home to popular rappers like B-Love and Shaike. Shah, who's known for having a deep-ass voice.
I don't know, I think we might have. Probably not.
Popular rappers like B-Love and Shaike. Shah, who's known for having a deep-ass voice that doesn't really match his face, went to the rival school in Mott Haven campus, just 9 minutes away from his hood, where he would bug out towards any kid that repped the rival gang, the YGs. He was making posts talking about YG killer, even hopping on Instagram lives at 12 years old, saying directly to a YG kid named...
That's Shy K, that's that dude right there. That's crazy.
Killer, even hopping on Instagram lives at 12 years old, saying directly to a YG kid named Wulati that he was gonna spare him.
What's up, Via Wulati? Huh? Yo, he said what's up, Via Wulati? I know, I'm not gonna jump you, I'm gonna jump nuts. 5
years later, Wulati would get murdered. See, the Young Gunners, or the YGs, is an infamous Bronx-made gang which started in 2003 in the Mott Haven houses and the Patterson houses, just 10 minutes away from Cortland. Two detention centers in the Bronx, Horizons and Crossroads, are breeding grounds for gang recruitment, and the YGs were formed to combat the overwhelming numbers of Bloods in adult jails like Rikers Island. At one point, the YGs had dozens and dozens of different sets, all banging under its umbrella, when all sorts of different hoods spread out throughout the Bronx, forcing other blocks around them to create their own gangs in response to combat the YGs.
Hey, shout out my boy Trap Geek too, man, for really like breaking it down. You know what I'm saying?
Blocks around them to create their own gangs in response to combat the YGs. You can even see this in the classic South Bronx joint, Shot Caller from French Montana.
Yeah.
In the video, French is surrounded by YGs, and here you can see the leader, Drew Hef, who was killed a few years later at Club Tropicana, beaten on the head with the glass base of a hookah pipe. And when the glass shattered, his ops used a metal rod inside the hookah to continue pounding his head, leaving Drew Hef drenched in blood. He died in a coma a week.
That's Lil Durk. You know why? Because French Montana had Lil Durk's song. So probably Lil Durk went over there with French Montana, went to New York, chilling with them. Yep, French Montana signed Lil Durk at a point.
You done beat this man
to continue pounding his head, leaving Drew Hef drenched in blood. He died in a coma a week later. The youngsters who oppose YGs often cite this event to antagonize them. YGs were notorious for violence themselves. Locals remember a horrific event that took place on April 16th of 2012, when a gang of YGs were drinking liquor on a hazy night, discussing who was the toughest in the crew. This crew of YGs made a 7-minute walk and stormed their rivals on Cortland Ave to see who they could catch. The Cortland buildings were empty, except for one kid. A 16-year-old named Noah Bala, aka Moses, was alone walking. Probably weighed about 90 pounds soaking wet. The YGs chased him, kicked him to the ground, and stomped him to death.
He couldn't do nothing.
Kids from the Cortland projects hold Noah's name in high regard. Be Love, whose hit song, If You Know You Know, got 16 million views when it was released 2 years ago. He actually confronted the brother of a YG's member that killed Noah outside in front of the Metro Court, as this guy was waiting to be tried for a different murder of another Cortland youth named Yellow.
Come across the street. I came in court with it. Stop. Last people throw that up one more time. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, put? Come across the street.
The Bronx is so crazy. Dudes will get active in the courts, outside the courts, in front of police.
I mean,
they don't
in
care.
front of them. Don't even care. Come on, y'all. We got it around.
That's Shy K. That's Shy K.
We about to get hit. Not with all the people. Oh my God.
Now, Noah's death is brought up in dozens of drill songs, all to disrespect him and the Cortland projects. Notorious YG rapper D-Thang out of the River Park Towers, a YG stronghold in the West Bronx, made the song Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. In it, D-Thang has a cold-blooded line talking about the beating of Noah.
Just watch how we spin like a fidget. And we catch our be going like that midget. It's Johnny for back on my clip.
That song is riddled with disses. The title itself sounds funny. Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That. It's a direct shot at Shy EK, the rapper from Cortland, who was caught on camera getting a wedgie.
Drag him! Yo!
Now you can't lie, that's kind of funny. Yo, he's literally getting a wedgie.
Them his underwear being pulled. That's
why. Yes. That's why they was calling him Wedgie Man.
Oh, that
EK,
like
the
that
rapper from Cortland, who was caught on camera getting a wedgie.
Drag him! Yo!
Do you like my new song?
Wedgie Man This, Wedgie Man That.
Now, D-Thang's home, RPT, the River Park Towers, alias the Death Towers, encompasses two 44-floor buildings and two 38-story buildings standing over the Harlem River. 8 years ago, the feds took down 20 of their top guys, wiping out the leaders, hiring security guards, and installing cameras to stop people from dealing drugs right outside. Then, the kids took over.
One way in, one way out. So it's my brother for life, forever.
They continued drug dealing, robbing. The feds were actually finding illegal weapons in the music videos, then tying them to shootings.
You got shot, is that true?
Yeah, we know. Word of my mother, we know.
New York has always had very strict gun laws. People wanted to know how these kids were getting their hands on weapons. Ghost guns, these untraceable firearms made from parts you could purchase online. It's been wreaking havoc in the city.
If you're a child, if you're a convicted felon, you can go online and purchase these parts, get the parts, construct a firearm.
Serial numbers, untraceable, no background check, nothing. That is a problem.
The whole of 2021 was crazy. As the feds were tuning into Instagram lives, you could see stuff like rapper D-Thang with his own cousin, K-Flock, flashing out on each other for a live audience.
Yeah, Muddy, don't do that, Muddy. Don't do that, Muddy.
If I see Stunner, you know I'm a whack him. Fuck that. No, I'm a clap. Show my energy last time I saw you, Stunner.
K-Flock is literally D-Thang's blood cousin, coming from the famous Little Italy part of Central Bronx, near the 48th precinct. K-Flock's own mom pretended in an interview not even to know who D-Thang was.
Him and D-Thang are cousins.
I don't even know who that thing is. I'm the mom.
Said that they on their dad's side, they cousins.
But you should know that that's
your
babies.
Know, but that's why he said he thinks she capping.
Wow.
Him and D-Thang are cousins.
I don't even know who that thing is. I'm the mom and I'm confirming it. That's nowhere near related to me at all.
His gang DOA, or Dead on Arrival, is an allegiance of 5 blocks, all of which are surrounded by YGs and Drillies, a vicious gang of bloods that also oppose K-Flock and his gang DOA.
Oh, Sa Flocka, come play. Come play today. You always playing on the internet. I want you to come play today.
Now, because the fans knew K-Flock as a crash-out specialist who would film his gang endeavors off of social media, this resulted in all his music getting more and more views.
Let me tell y'all what he did, bro. This nigga gonna call me to a mansion party full of hot. Ask KK. Yo, I was there. We was in there, but who was there?
That's what I'm saying.
Not in there. Right the wrong nose.
Now, this would make his rivals upset and jealous. K-Flock would bring them into Instagram Lives just to argue with them.
Bro, y'all of scariness. I was following y'all. You never did that to me, though. Really, though. Really never did that to me.
That kid he was talking shit to is Rajiz, a YG member from the 800 block. Literally a 15-minute walk away.
Y'all love them. Y'all babies need to go pick up a book. Go sit down and study.
Yeah, for real, though.
Jeez.
Shit to is Rajiz, a YG member from the 800 block. Literally a 15-minute walk away from K-Flock's hood. Now, just 2 weeks after they had that argument on live, this YG kid Rajiz would preview a track called Real Facts, where he was going after K-Flock.
Hey yo, kicking out, let's shoot the facts. Anytime that they try to backs, he blew you and K, you ain't smoking on Mac.
While this was going on, the feds were catching these same YG kids on surveillance cameras, carjacking Toyota Camrys, Mercedes-Benzes, even robbing someone at gunpoint. A month later, on July 11th, those same YG goons were hunting in DOA territory, K-Flock's neighborhood. They only had to drive 6 minutes before stumbling upon a 13-year-old kid named J-Rip, who looked up to K-Flock with huge admiration. One kid hopped out of a black Honda Accord that had 3 orange racing stripes on its hood.
And that's crazy, that 3 orange, that's like literally like one car out of everybody.
Because nobody putting racing stripes on a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Nobody. I have never seen that on the Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Unloading into J-Rip, who stumbled into this cafe, Angels, bled out and died in front of customers. The same cafe, Angels, where K-Flock and Shaike were hanging out on a live stream a few months ago, right across the street from K-Flock's apartment.
Word to the God. Don't slide. Don't try to go like doing some stupid shit.
Word of J-Rip's murder got out quickly that day. The kid Rajiz, who was on live with Flock a few months prior, was now on social media mocking J-Rip's death. 7 hours later, Jay's friends went off to retaliate. They found Rajiz in a private Uber. On the phone, 2 shooters on a scooter pulled up next to him, opened fire through the window, hitting him in the head and torso, killing Ra instantly.
But it's actually a video, like you can see the dude die right there, man. Like, it's on the internet, like real live.
Oh my gosh, it's not.
It was on a scooter.
It's already enough that y'all going back and forth, but y'all putting innocent lives in danger as well. Like, come on, y'all, we got to do better.
That's just crazy because in the video, literally, it's like they literally watched this man get in that Uber, all that, because they only shot in that back window. So like they knew, they ain't killed the Uber driver. They knew he was in that back, but if somebody was next to him, it probably would have been dead too. But they knew he was in that back, and they ended up just shooting through that window. Like it's a whole video, like you see this man die.
Next to him, opened fire through the window, hitting him in the head and torso, killing Ra instantly. And all this happened in Mount Hope, a mile out from J-Rip's murder scene earlier that day. Ra's family learned about his death from a friend who was on the phone with him at the moment he was killed. Revenge does not heal losing loved ones, but Flock's fame was exponentially growing. He got an offer for his very first show, upstate in Poughkeepsie, 2 hours out of New York City, where locals targeted him right away. 5 people were found shot, 1 stabbed, right outside the club Revel 32, as security at the venue scrambled, turning his tour bus into a makeshift ambulance, transporting victims to the hospital. The tour bus got shot up as well, because the people that were doing the shooting thought the K-Flock was inside it.
Most of these victims were occupants of a private bus that had been identified as being in multiple locations here in the city of Poughkeepsie.
But he managed to escape unharmed. The next day, K-Flock would pop out at Rolling Loud, New York for a surprise performance.
It's a surprise performance, the next stars in New York, K-Flock and B-Love.
But he got into a brawl with another Bronx artist as their entourages clashed, thus banning Flock from the festival for life. And all this beefing just boosted his profile. That same night, he would drop the song Being Honest with G Herbo, which now has 25 million views on YouTube. It was like K-Flock was on top of the world, but he was still doing drills.
I'm saying, at that time, he was really going crazy. Like, people was literally watching this man. Like, he was going to be next, because he was like the first one to pop off with that, so.
Views on YouTube.
Really gonna be next.
It was like K-Flock was on top of the world, but he was still doing drills. 6 days later, he was in a rental car with his boys, driving to his cousin D-Thang's building, the River Park Towers, spotting an op, shooting them on the Roberto Clemente Bridge. You'd think it would stop there, but no. The next week, undercovers pulled K-Flock over in Yonkers, finding a gun in his sock, which if you know New York laws, carries a 3 to 5 year sentence. The very next day, he was bragging about buying a new gun. You're thinking this might stop.
Now that's crazy. Now that, come on, dude. Got booked for the chop and bought another one.
But and then you putting it on social media, so now they got the evidence of you having this.
I don't know if he posted that right here, but he probably did.
That's him that they talking about, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he posted it. Like, this might not even be his page. But y'all put in the comments.
But that's him. It don't matter who posted it. Santa Claus could have posted that. If his face is with that, which he just got arrested for having a gun, you just digging your grave deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't do that? I mean, come on, we gotta have some common sense now.
Next day, he was bragging about buying a new gun. You're thinking this might stop, and it will. Getting close to Christmas, on December 16th, 2021, K-Flock walked past the barber shop in Harlem early in the morning, had a standoff with this man, pulled a pistol out, and shot him dead. The rapper in the city with the most buzz, caught on surveillance video, wearing designer clothing from head to toe, shooting a rival, and the shoes he's wearing.
You see all that he just went through? Like all that? Like, they just adding that on to this. Like, you feel me? And, like, he's really finna get super burnt. Like,
that's what we trying to get y'all to understand, is that you think that, oh, I'm never gonna get caught. They gon', oh, we going back to 2002, 2010, 2015. We're going all the way back. They digging and they're looking, and guess what? Your character is gonna be tested.
Yep.
Wearing designer clothing from head to toe, shooting a rival, and the shoes he's wearing in surveillance video that day are the same unreleased Jordans he was showing off for social media just a few days before. The craziest part is the guy Flock's booked for killing comes from a set in Harlem that have the same enemies that K-Flock has. Geographically, they have the same rivals. They both beef with YGs and Drillies. Flock began beefing with this set in Harlem called the OIs because one of their rappers, Edop Baby, was seen at a party smoking on Instagram Live with some YGs.
Yo, this shit, why do this shit got 300 views?
So Flock turned on them, gathered his posse, and made one of the coldest Bronx drill songs yet, called Brotherly Love, riddled with disses towards this Harlem set, right? The OIs.
Niggas talking fuck you wanna do. I be chill with them op niggas. Whatever they thought, I'm dropping it too.
Shy K, the rapper from Cortland, would side with Edop Baby, so in turn, he would start beefing with Flock, and Flock would start beefing with him. Both of them releasing diss tracks, with Flock saying he was smoking on Shy K's dead father.
Free Flock. All y'all niggas music's doing bad now. Y'all need him, but free him, because you know what we're gonna do. You're gonna be the 5th dead DOA member.
Interestingly, just minutes before Flock pulled the trigger at that barber shop, killing the man, he had logged onto FaceTime to talk directly to his rivals, brandishing his gun. And he was filming at the exact same stoops where Edop Baby, the rapper from Harlem, had filmed a music video 1 year prior called Ready for War. Slowly, one by one,
at that same
had filmed the music,
you see that?
And he was filming the man. He had logged onto FaceTime to talk directly to his rivals, brandishing his gun.
So
and he was filming at the exact same stoops where Edop Baby, the rapper from Harlem, had filmed a music video 1 year prior called Ready for War.
Why y'all be looking
Slowly,
for
one by
trouble?
one, the Bronx was following the Brooklyn scene, with all their rappers getting wiped out by police indictment. 5 months later, the Drillies would get taken down in a massive RICO case, booking 20 people for murder, conspiracy, racketeering, and gang activity. Not even a month later, D-Thang, along with 22 of his guys from RPT, would get swept up as well. Then if you thought the scene wasn't toxic enough, 6 months later, the young rapper from Harlem, Edop Baby, would commit suicide, which has fans still wondering to this day why that happened. Fast forward.
Yeah, I think I did tell you that he committed suicide, but nobody know why he committed suicide.
That is a lot.
He just committed
He
suicide.
was young.
Baby would commit
Like
suicide,
17?
which has fans still wondering to this day why that happened. Fast forward to this year, February 2023, and K-Flock, who was already sitting in prison for murder, would be one of 7 DOA members.
He like a Ninja Turtle or something.
I guess that's all you gotta do. God dang.
He like a Ninja Turtle for real.
He went from this to
yeah.
He looked different in the face too. Good gracious. I guess that's all you can do is push-ups and his neck swole.
For real.
Prison for murder would be one of 7 DOA members named in a federal indictment spanning from 2017 all the way to 2023. This is the New York drill scene in a nutshell. Every few years, a scene pops off from one of the boroughs. Rappers make a huge wave, and then it all comes crashing down. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.
Then only a couple people make it out. That's the thing.
Well, he kind of remind me of like Lil Durk in the eyeballs, like in the eyes, like they could be some kin.
Well, yeah, that's how that go down. Like, you feel me? Like he was like a whole rap scene come from a borough, and then it go up, and then it go up so much that everybody trying to make it out. You feel me? But like, it just can't. Everybody can't make it out.
That's because everybody killing everybody. Stop killing everybody, y'all need to do y'all
thing. The Chicago scene, like who's really still out there on the Chicago? You got Chief Keef, Lil Durk, G Herbo. I mean, you got some people from Chicago. Like, you only got like 5 probably still from. I'm talking about from the 2012 when that went up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, people in jail for murder, all type of stuff. But yeah.
Your mama's gonna be proud of you, not crying and
shout out
sending you.
Trap Geek, man.
What's his the commissary?
Shout out
we
Trap
don't want to
Geek,
do
bro.
that.
MVP, Trap Geek. Shout out Trap Geek, bro. You seen what he just did? He just broke down all that.
I still don't understand.
But it was just showing you the rise.
That's
and the fall
like calculus to me. I'm like, huh? Okay.
He's showing you the rise and the fall of the.
Still don't understand. It's a lot of stuff I don't understand about this, but. We want our sons to do good, be proud of y'all. This right here made me a little sad. Like, why?
It's busting.
Everybody
Bronx.
just...
I don't know. There ain't nothing you can do. It's product of the environment.
Oh, baby.
Only the strong survive, boy. Gotta try to make it out.
I just want to know what was going on in baby mind for him
Who?
to just...
K-Flock?
No, the one who took his life.
E-Dot baby.
E-Dot baby. I think we did
nobody know. Yeah, I think we did do the geek. The geek. E-Dot baby geek.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, we probably did. Oh.
I don't think we did.
We did one of his songs.
But that's E-Dot baby. We did.
I don't know if it was geek.
Yep. Beat it. We did Beat It.
Okay, because I remember the little name.
Well, that's E-Dot baby. We did do an E-Dot baby video.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna put the thumbnail right here so y'all can see which E-Dot, if y'all want to go look at it. But yeah, that's E-Dot baby. Beat It. We did Beat It.
Beat It. That was a year ago. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, man. That pretty much ended the video. I actually enjoyed this video. Shout out my boy Trap Geek because he be breaking it down. I like Trap Geek over Hip Hop Daily. Trap Geek over Hip Hop Daily any day. So yeah, man. That's how that go.
Baby.
You already know what to do, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. We out.